Your machine can sew a beautiful 4-step buttonhole, and to do that, you're going to just need a few things. Your button, of course, and your buttonhole foot, which you can retrieve from your accessories, a small ruler, and a fabric marking pen or pencil. No matter what fabric you sew your buttonhole on, you're going to want to use an interfacing or stabilizer so that the stitches of the buttonhole don't pucker the fabric. Lay your button on the fabric. Use your fabric marking pen or pencil to mark the top and bottom of the buttonhole. And then use your small ruler to draw a line to connect those two small lines you drew. Next, we have to take off the regular presser foot and snap on the 4-step buttonhole foot. So to do that, I'm going to pull forward on the foot that's on the machine and take it off and put the buttonhole foot on. We want these red lines off to the left-hand side with the B for buttonhole in the back. We're going to line up this bar with this opening on the presser foot holder and make sure your thread is clear and just snap that in place. And then take your upper thread and just bring it underneath through the hole of the foot. So both threads are underneath the presser foot and out to the back. To sew a buttonhole, we need to select our buttonhole stitch from the stitch selector dial. There are 4 places on the dial for that. It's number 1, you can see here, number 2, number 3, and then back here to the middle, number 4. We're going to start with number 1, and you can see there's an arrow icon that points up, and this is telling me that it's going to sew the left side of my buttonhole from the bottom up, and that tells me how to place my fabric underneath the buttonhole foot. So now that we have our machine set on step 1 of our 4-step buttonhole, I can place my fabric under the foot. The bottom line that we drew of our buttonhole, we're going to line up with these 2 red markings on each side of the opening of the foot, and the line that we drew up the middle lined up in the center of the foot opening. We're going to sew until we come to the other sideways line that we drew. Step on the foot control to start sewing. When we come to that marking, we're going to stop with the needle out of the fabric, turn the dial to number 2, and sew a few stitches to sew the bar tack at the top of the buttonhole. Turn your hand wheel toward you to raise the needle out of the fabric, and turn it to number 3 to sew down the right-hand side of your buttonhole. And when you come back to where you started, turn it to number 4 with the needle out of the fabric. Sew a few stitches. Turn the hand wheel toward you to raise the needle out of the fabric until it's all the way up and just begins to come down. And raise your presser foot lifter, and here is your beautiful 4-step buttonhole. Okay. You can put your thread tail into a hand sewing needle and bring your thread tails to the back side of your fabric and tie them off to secure. Place a pin at the end of your buttonhole and use your seam ripper from your accessories to cut your buttonhole open. The pin at the end will help you from accidentally cutting all the way through the end of your buttonhole. It's like a stopper. And there you have a beautiful 4-step buttonhole for your button. If you'd like more information about sewing buttonholes, refer to your machine manual that you can find on the Singer website, and you can view or download it anytime.